All right, so today what we're going to do is a Yankees rebuild. Obviously, they've re-signed DJ LeMahieu, and I did a Yankees rebuild a couple weeks ago without DJ LeMahieu because it seemed like they weren't going to sign DJ LeMahieu. And now they brought him back on a 6-year, $90 million deal. And you know what? It makes sense. Like, the Yankees wanted to bring him back, even though at one point it seemed like they weren't going to be able to because they didn't want to pay the money that he was looking for. But it looks like they found kind of a middle ground. You know, they came together, they agreed on a number, and that it worked out. You know, DJ LeMahieu's back with the Yankees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a one and done rebuild. I got one season to win a World Series with the Yankees in 2021. So we're gonna start in the offseason and we're gonna try to win it immediately. The big issue with the Yankees now is their pitching. You know, some players have left. Tommy Kahnle left. Their bullpen has some question marks. Their starting rotation has some question marks. Like Tanaka hasn't come back. So we're going to do a one and done rebuild. We're going to try to win a World Series with the Yankees. So I hope you do enjoy. Whoa. I've been struggling with communication lately. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comment section and let me know what's going to be the next big move. Is it going to be a trade, a free agency signing? Who's it going to be? I want you guys to guess what the next big move in free agency or the offseason is going to be. Put it down below in the comment section. All right, so those are the two deals right here to start exclusive negotiations. Tanaka and Gardner. That's it. Platoon player and some guy at the bottom of our rotation. I'm not saying like Tanaka's like just some guy. You know, he's a very consistent pitcher. James Paxton, I'm not too sure if I'll bring him back. I know the Yankees haven't brought back Tanaka or Paxton yet in real life, so I don't know what the plan is. My whole plan of this video is trying to win the World Series. The CPU won the World Series in 2020, so I can't get beat by the CPU. That's just how it's going to be. So what do I want to do with this team? That's really what I'm trying to think of. So, all right. I don't know. I just want to make a lot of trades. I think that's really what's going to happen. Looking at arbitration, probably going to be everybody, most likely everybody there. And then contracts wise, probably going to be everybody there as well. When we take a look at free agency, I'm going to go crazy. I did turn on ignore budgets because the Yankees like to spend as much money as possible. Let's go out and spend as much money as possible. That's just what the Yankees do. We're going to apply that philosophy now. So another thing I was thinking about in real life, I think free agency is taking a little bit of a slower turn this year because one, MLB hasn't announced if they're doing universal DH or not. So NL teams are kind of like, well, do we go out and try to get those extra bats or do we just take it like a normal MLB season? I think that's one thing that's kind of affecting the market a lot because, you know, NL teams could go out and get those extra bats if they really wanted to, but then it's going to backfire when they have all these extra position players if there's no DH. So I think that's one thing that's come into effect. Obviously the whole COVID situation, but I know there's owners out there who can spend that kind of money. So I get not spending as much money, but you can still go out there and spend money. So I feel like that whole excuse doesn't make a lot of sense because if you really want a player, you're really going to fork up that money. You know, maybe you don't sign as many players, but you can still spend the money. Don't say you can't spend the money. But in terms of this rebuild, I'm looking at pitching for sure. You know, obviously Severino's supposed to come back this year. Who knows if he'll be the Sevy of old. And then when you look at this, Jordan Montgomery, I'm not really sold on. Obviously Cole and Severino were good. Tanaka's like a good 4-5 in the rotation. I really want a good 3 and a 4, or maybe move Severino to the 3, maybe get a 2 and a 4. The bullpen, I definitely want to improve it, even though these two did well. You know, Zach Britton, I'm pretty sure was brought back. Chad Green's always a good option. Chapman as well. So maybe we have like 3-4 good arms in the bullpen. But again, I really want to strengthen that. And then offensively, I'll probably make a trade or two just based on what I feel like what we need in the lineup. But maybe go out and get Trevor Bauer. Maybe just Corey Kluber for a one and done. Looking at the bullpen options, there's a couple decent ones there. Brad Hand might sign with the Mets today. So that's something that could happen just to kind of talk about baseball. Jonathan Scope might be an option for this. I don't know. I'm seeing maybe Ozuna if we need a bat. We'll see. I'll figure something out. But it might be a trade heavy season to make this happen. I'll see you guys at the end of it. or the start of next season, I should say. All right, so let the trades begin. Luis Hill and Max McDowell for Tony Gonsolin. I'm letting you know now, if this was like a long rebuild, 3, 4, 5 years, I wouldn't be doing a lot of these trades. But we're making some moves because we're trying to win this season and this season only. So yes, I wouldn't trade away your prized Martian because, you know, obviously in the future he gets really good. But because I'm trying to win immediately, I'm going out and getting players that I know are going to do very, very well and gonna win us games. So probably not Luis Robert. So I might go Ian Happ because he always does well in franchise. So there we go. And so this will be left DH, outfield set, shortstop with Glaber should be good. He'll have a bounce back season. Third base, Gio Urshela. Looks like he had a really good year. I have faith. DJ at second, Luke Voigt at first. Definitely have faith there. Catcher. Ooh, that's actually a good year. Is he going to do it again, though? Or do I go out and get a catcher that I know is going to give us some good numbers? I have faith. Let's go get some bullpen help. Zach Britton usually tanks about this time. So I need to go out and find a good lefty reliever that's going to help us win some things. So we all know who that is. And that's going to be Aaron Bummer. Simple solution. There's our lefty. Who else is going to help us? Ottavino? I don't have faith in Ottavino. Who is a good righty we could go out and get? That's not a righty. Bring back Tommy Kahnle. He was nasty last year. Holy cow. Man, this is tough. Edgar Santana? Maybe Edgar Santana. Archie Bradley, the new Philly. Who else? Dan Winkler. Dan Winkler's usually pretty good, but he's going to want to be a closer. So Ken Giles. I did try to sign Ken Giles, and he took this contract. I think it's because he wants to be a closer, and I didn't offer him a closer spot. So that might have been one. I also tried to get Trevor Bauer, and Trevor Bauer would not sign with us. He kept declining the offer that I was throwing him, and I was like, come on, just sign the contract. So I got a little unlucky in free agency this offseason. So am I going to bring back Tommy Kahnle? I feel like Tommy Kahnle always screws me over in rebuilds, though. So you know what? Let's go with Edgar Santana, and then we'll give him Anthony Siegler, I guess. I know it's not necessarily a Yankee move, but we need good players that do well. So starter, second, third, fourth. Ooh, okay. I did sign Jake Odorizzi, but I'd be down to just trade him and get a better pitcher. Let's throw in Clark Schmidt. Let's get a really good pitcher. Who is that really good pitcher going to be? Luis Castillo? Okay, the injury situation is forcing us to not make any trades. So we're going to have to sign some players. You're telling me I need to make some signings, throw them into the team. Easy. Let me get some starters. Let me get a couple of these guys. We'll throw them in really quick. We should have no problems now. So let's go and make a deal. We threw in Odorizzi. We threw in Clark Schmidt. Who was the name I was going for again? I don't remember. That's kind of annoying. Luis Castillo? Can't get him with this deal. Who is someone that we could throw in that we're not going to use that would make this work? Tyler Wade? No, not even close. Oh, okay. Do we not have anybody now? This is a predicament. This is definitely a predicament that we kind of put ourselves into. So Luis Castillo, not gonna happen. Kyle Hendricks, that seems a little bit more attainable, and I know he's gonna do well. So let's take a look at this team really quick, because I feel like some of these moves that we're making are putting us in a really good spot. So let's see. I'm a little worried about these two. I'm not gonna lie. I am definitely worried about those two. And then looking at the lineup, Ian Happ slots in right there. Our catcher's Gary Sanchez. Offensively, I wasn't worried. The team's gonna do well offensively. Like that's the team. So I'll change the order a little bit. We'll definitely figure that out. Pitching wise, I think this is like a good little setup we got going on here. The bullpen probably could be a little bit stronger, but like Matt Bowman was kind of nasty last year. Tyler Lyons, same thing. Are we going to find a much better lefty? We don't even need another lefty. We could use another righty with the way the bullpen's set up. But you know what? Let's test this out. We're ranked second. We've got all the good stats, the contact power and pitching. I have faith. I definitely have faith with this squad. Do I have faith with this squad? Yeah, I have faith with this squad. So I think Clint Frazier needs to move down a little bit. Maybe we throw like Stanton there. Maybe rock something like this. I think this is kind of what we're going to rock with. Yeah, I think this is it. This is the team. You saw the pitching. Let me set this lineup up a little bit. We'll start simming the season and see how it goes. All right, so we're in the last month here. We've had a couple good games. There's one that I really want to show you, and I'm interested at looking at the box score because a lot of runs were scored. A lot. We were 104 and 58. So let's go take a look at that game I was talking about. Sadly, it was against the Mariners. Sorry, Mariners. It had to happen. 29-3 against former Yankees great Justice Sheffield. I'm joking. You guys can calm down. So things went a little south pretty quickly. That's just what happened. So let's see how the team did. LeMahieu with only 1 hit and 6 at bats. Glaber went off, it looked like. Same thing with Frazier. You got Judge, Stanton. I'm not too sure why Frazier's the DH and Stanton's out in the outfield. He's gonna tear his groin or something. But 6 RBIs for Judge that game. Everybody on the team had an RBI. Love seeing that. Gary Sanchez hit a whopping 192, it looks like, which is gross. But home runs for multiple people, a multitude of players. RBIs, hit by pitch. What about the pitching? Sheffield went an inning and a third. Wow. Okay, and then Tanaka got the win there, going 8 1/3. Had himself quite the day. Okay. All right. I like seeing that stuff. So looking around the league, you know what? Probably on paper, we're the best team. I would assume the Mets. Okay, well, I did say the Mets made quite a few signings, and the Dodgers look pretty good. They did have a better record than us, too. So let's go take a look at the Mets, since they are considered the best team in baseball on paper. So this one. Okay, so offensively, they brought in Marcell Ozuna. That's a big move. Lindor, the real signing. The backup catcher of JT Realmuto. They brought in Kevin Pillar as well. Cespedes is still on the team. Speaking of Cespedes, his half-brother Yolki just signed with the White Sox, which he's got to be one of those guys that's going to be coming up pretty soon because he's already 23, so can't be too far off MLB ready. So looking at their starting rotation, it looks the same. You've got Carrasco, Garrett Crochet. That's a name. Obviously, that's stupid saying that's a name. That's a name to add to your bullpen. You've got Giles, May, and Rosenthal. Okay, not a bad team. Did the Dodgers do anything? Because they beat us in terms of wins. Doesn't look like it. They kept Jack Peterson. Pitching-wise, let's see here. Doesn't really look like it either. It looks like they just kept the team and they just got really good numbers. You know what I mean? So, okay, offensively it looks all right. And then when we take a look at the awards, we have a Hank Aaron Award. Trevor Bauer won MVP. He would not sign with me. What did he take? So a max offer with the Athletics over 8 years. I offered him the exact same contract, and he denied me. He denied me. So Walker Buehler, okay, Cy Young. So Cy Young, obviously, for both. We had 2 pitchers win MVPs. Interesting. Hansel Robles won the reliever of the year. Torkelson was rookie of the year with an outstanding season, and then Ethan Small as well. So let's go take a look at our team, see how everything went. David Garcia, not a bad year. Not a bad year at all. Edgar Santana was really good. That's what I was looking for. Got the job done. Same with Matt Bowman. I told you, he had a good year. I wasn't sure how he would do. Did pretty well. Tyler Lyons, not so much. You've got Aaron Bummer. Chapman was absolutely atrocious, and Chad Green was as well. So you hate seeing that. Like, you really hate seeing that. Garrett Cole was really good. Hendricks was solid. Severino, pretty decent. The whip's a little high, but you know what? We can work with it. Gonsolin and Tanaka. So overall, pretty happy with the way the pitching went. Can't complain about it. And looking at our bench, not great. Looking at our starting lineup, though, Ian Happ, crazy good numbers. Love it. 100 walks. All right, I'll take that for sure, especially as a leadoff hitter. DJ LeMahieu had quite the season. Obviously, signing that big deal, you'd want him to have a good season. Giancarlo Stanton, great year, 43 home runs. Aaron Judge, 30 home runs. Great year. Luke Voit, gross. 1,000 OPS. Love to see it. Clint Frazier is always a really good pickup for franchise. Gleyber Torres had a good year. I told you he was going to bounce back. Gio Urshela is still putting up fairly good numbers. Gary Sanchez, 231 average. So I guess at the time of the game against the Mariners, he was hitting like 181 or whatever it was. But overall, pretty happy with that lineup. That's a nasty lineup. So here we go. Postseason time against the Red Sox. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. How? How did we lose? The bullpen. The bullpen blew every single game. So the 7th. Oh, they blew it in the 9th. Okay, so they blew it in the 9th. When did they lose it here? The 9th. They blew it in the 9th. And in the 6th. So the bullpen blew it for us. Wow. Our leadoff hitter hit 83. Our offense really wasn't there either. So, I mean, between the bullpen and the disappearance of the offense, we got let down. The one season challenge failed us. Wow. Wow. Oh no, that's just a failure right there. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Maybe we'll do some like one season challenges with teams going forward. So if you want to see some more of them, make sure you hit that like button down below. That's honestly the easiest way to like tell me that you like these types of videos. You want to see some more of them. And of course, it shows support to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Tell me your prediction for the next big move in free agency. That's really about it, guys. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.